Zindell Brown and Shaid Woodward traveled from South Carolina to Mexico with Eric Williams and Lativia McGee. That was so McGee could undergo a cosmetic procedure.
The White House is now promising to work with Mexican authorities to find those responsible for their deaths. Also on your fast track this morning, 6 Minnesota prison guards are hurt after attacks by inmates over 2 days. 3 Stillwater guards were injured when they intervened in a fight among inmates on Monday, and in Oak Park Heights, 3 guards there were assaulted by a prisoner on Tuesday.
All have since been released from the hospital. Their union says the incidents underscore the need to increase staffing levels.
It's now 6:49. Let's get a check of your forecast on this first alert weather day. Lisa is tracking the radar with that snow moving up.
Good morning. Yes, it's going to start affecting our Southern Valley viewers here pretty shortly, if not already, along the North Dakota, South Dakota line especially. You can see that initial band moving in toward the Ellendale area. And then the main part of that snow system a little farther south. Eventually, this all kind of moves to the northeast. So Southern Valley, that's where we're focused for the best chance for measurable snow with this event, and it will be moving in as the day goes on. This is our live view right now down at the Dakota Magic Casino right at the state line. We've had some lower visibility in places because of some fog being reported, but also there's a little bit of wind. There might be a little blowing snow happening and eventually more snow falling that might reduce your visibility too as the morning goes on. Currently though, most of us just reporting some mostly cloudy skies. Fargo's at 24 degrees, so a milder start to the day. 21 in Grand Forks, Thief River at 27, and it's 28 in Bemidji. Detroit Lakes also at 28, and Devil's Lake finally moderating our temperatures a little bit there. It's been so much colder in that Devil's Lake basin compared to everywhere else. Still on the colder side, but it's a little bit better off this morning with a few flakes being reported at the airport. So out at the bus stop this morning, it's going to be quieter. We're looking at conditions that will be more on the dry side. But as the day goes on, we'll see that snow continue to spread into the valley. So heading home from school, the kids may be walking through a couple of inches of snow in some spots, especially in the south northern valley. Lesser amounts at that point in time. We won't be seeing much. Here's a look at our first alert weather day again for today, but it's not just today. That's a first alert weather day. We're also looking ahead to the weekend for a system that could be even more powerful as far as wind is concerned, and also more significant snow possible. That starts up late Friday. So Friday during the daytime hours, we'll have a bit of a break. Today's snow will end by Friday morning. We'll get a little break, then Friday night is when that next system approaches. So you're gonna have to be prepared for some snow and blowing snow Saturday and into Sunday. Even as we're talking about springing forward, we're going to be dealing with what could potentially be a winter storm. And then next week, finally seeing things quiet down. I'm not necessarily saying it's gonna be dry all week. We do right now, it looks like have potential for snow on Wednesday, but at least it's not every day. And the other kind of silver lining with all of this is that yes, it's getting old, getting these snow events every day, it seems like. At least our temperatures aren't frigid. We're not getting any Arctic outbreaks in the wake of these events. So that's good too. Temperatures hovering right around the freezing range for highs next week. So little by little, we are inching our way to spring, and it's a slow move to spring this week especially.
Yes, we are bracing ourselves for this wintry end to the week and that first alert weather weekend. My goodness, thank you so much for the updates this morning, Lisa. Hi, Jordan. How is that impacting our road travel this morning?
Yeah, we want to get a check of your road report. Lisa's watching that snow move up from the south on the radar as she was explaining. However, as we take a look, it's the Northern Valley actually this morning that's dealing with some difficulty on the roads. We have a travel alert that has been issued for several counties in northeastern North Dakota. Let me just get my pen here to outline some things for you. We're starting up at the Canadian border along Pembina County, down along the Red River, also including Walsh County, Grand Forks County. Then it juts over and goes to the south, includes Steele and Griggs County, up to Nelson County, and then back over to Walsh and Pembina. So everything outlined there in that purple is a travel alert. That means conditions can change quickly, and authorities need you to be careful while you are on the road this morning. As we take a look, though, specifically at the road conditions in those areas, we're seeing yellow on the road. That means it is partial ice coverage. Now, that continues on over into the Devil's Lake Basin as well. More to the northern part of North Dakota along Langdon, we are talking about some snow on the road. Heading to the south here as we take a look at I-94, mixed bag. West of Jamestown, frost on the road. Between Jamestown and Valley City, ice. Valley City to Fargo, we're talking partial ice, partial snow, and part of it seasonal. So you need to be careful there. I-29 north of the metro, icy the whole way up to Canada. South of the metro, we're talking some partial snow coverage once you get around that Wahpeton exit. Now to the west of I-29 going into Ransom Sargent, Dickey-Lemoore County, some snow and some ice as well. Taking a look on the Minnesota side, it's the far northwestern portion of Minnesota that's dealing with those difficult driving conditions today. Cities like East Grand Forks, Crookston, over to Thief River Falls, up to Carlstead and Hallock this morning. They're dealing with a little bit of snow on the road. However, as we head to the south and we get more into Lakes Country, looking at the interstate, it looks like a little bit of the interstate around the Pelican Rapids exit is dealing with some snow, but the rest of it, see all that? Green. That means we have seasonal conditions, but you can stay up to date on these road conditions all day long by downloading that VNL News app and then clicking on that road conditions tile. Ashlyn?
All right, thank you, Jordan, for that road report. We have an update this morning on a Valley News Live investigation we first brought you yesterday about bullying and violence in a Fargo middle school. The story now stirring up strong opinions and emotions on our Valley News Live Facebook page. And one question we keep seeing a lot of is who in the schools protects the students? One asset is a school resource officer. If a fight breaks out, an SRO will intervene and try to separate the students, but the officers can't be everywhere. Fargo schools have 7, West Fargo has 8, Moorhead has 3. SROs like Jordan Work, who we will hear from in a moment, serve as an important piece to the school environment, especially since social media can be harmful for mental health.
I want to have that positive impact in these kids' lives, and I work very closely with the school administration and counselors and all the staff here. We don't want kids to not want to come to school. We don't want kids to not feel safe at school, so we work really hard at making sure kids feel safe to be here.
Students are encouraged to take complaints to their SRO, even if the bullying does not involve physical violence. West Fargo Public Schools say they are trying to take a step to address the root of the problem, they say, by addressing the mental health of their students. They already have social workers and counselors on staff currently, and they're now hoping to add clinical therapists for students to use as well. Current mental health professionals are only qualified to support mild to moderate mental health concerns, and referrals for contracted clinical counseling in the district have now increased 227% so far this school year. The school board now considering adding 5 therapists using funding from a school-based mental health grant. Board members take up the issue on Monday night. It's now been a week since the new motor coach service landline launched at the Hector Airport, and now they're adding a new stop at NDSU.
And explaining what that service is all about and how it could save you a little money is the Valley Today's Nishay Taylor. Good morning, Nishay.
Good morning, Jordan and Ashlyn. Yes, this service will definitely be a good option for folks to save a bit of money. But joining me now is Liz. She's a business development manager with Landline, and she's here to break down how cost-effective this really can be. So, Liz, tell us a little bit about how cost-effective Landline really is.
Well, with the cost of fuel, parking, and mileage costs, significantly adds cost, unwanted cost for travelers that they don't even realize until the completion of their travel. Well, what Landline does is offers a fixed, affordable way to travel to and from Minneapolis. And also, when you're shopping for flights, customers can experience up to 50% savings when traveling from the Fargo through suncountry.com.
All right, awesome. And you guys kind of said your motto is to kind of like get to these regional airports that are underserved. Talk about why it was so important to come here to Fargo.
Well, this enables travelers from the Fargo-Moorhead area to experience the accessible, affordable travel using the Landline service. We have a premium product and an affordable cost.
All right, well, thank you so much, Liz. Everybody is going to be excited. And you said so far bookings are already up and running, right?
Yeah, we're very pleasantly surprised. We started this service March 1st. We'll launch NDSU today. And every week we are seeing more and accessible travel that is increasing our bookings. The bookings are very easy process, so we're experiencing that. We're very proud and happy to be here.
All right, well, you folks better hop on this bus because that'll be an easy transition to that MSP airport. So reporting live in Fargo, you can see the bus right behind us. We'll have an inside look later on this afternoon. But reporting live in Fargo, Nishay Taylor, Valley News Live.
All right, you talked me into it. I guess I'll book my flight.
Yeah, right? Especially after this week. Who doesn't want a vacation to the south? But yeah, saving on the gas and the parking.
Yes.
And just
the stress.
Headache, yes.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks
for the, we're so excited for
We
you
are.
today.
We're both. You mentioned vacation and we were here. Anyway, speaking of warmer weather, Allegedly. It's a sign of spring in the Duluth Harbor. A Coast Guard cutter is out shopping through the ice to get ready for that 2023 shipping season. However, this year's venture is a joint one with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. They're working on ways to detect and map oil spills in an icy environment. And take a look right there. This year, they're doing it with drones.
Whoa, NOAA is tasked with developing protocols for how to respond to a worst case scenario. An example would be an oil spill if it were to occur in the Great Lakes. Their work this week will help develop a roadmap for how to respond to those type of emergencies.
Okay, so whether you believe it or not, with this first alert weather day, spring is on its way.
You just got to dig out after this weekend.
You just need to get the Coast Guard cutter in.
Can we blame the groundhog? Is this a time?
Yeah, he saw his shadow, didn't he? Puxatani, we got words for you.
Man, oh man.
Anyway, the Today Show and CBS Mornings are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining us this morning. Take care. Be safe, everybody.